Hi everyone, welcome back to Sewing Studio. My name is David, and if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe, like and share my video, and also turn on the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video or a new tutorial is being uploaded. So in our previous tutorial, I showed you the simplest method in cutting a male trouser. But in today's video, I'll be teaching you how to sew a welt pocket for a trouser. This method can be used in various ways, either on shirts, senators, and styled in any fashion design. So let's get straight to the video. In making a welt pocket for a trouser, the first method to consider is to sew a dart on the waist line to bring out the trouser shape. And to calculate for the dart, you have to consider the width or size of the pocket you want to make. You have to consider the size. Mine, I considered 5.5 for the welt pocket I made earlier. So we will be remaking another one on this trouser. So the calculation is very easy. If you are making a pocket of 5 inches, you have to mark a dart of 4.25. That's 4.25. You have to make a dart of 4.25. That's 4.25. And also, if you are making a welt pocket of 5.25, you have to consider a dart. You have to make a dart of 4.5. A dart of 4.5. And if you are making a welt pocket of 5.5 inches, you have to mark a dart of 4.75. That's 4.75. Let me go over it again. So if you are making a welt pocket of 5 inches, then you have to make a dart of 4.25. If you are making a welt pocket width of 5.25, you have to make a dart of 4.5, and making a pocket of 5.5, you have to make a dart of 4.75. So in this case, I'll be marking a dart of 4.75 since I'll be making a welt pocket of 5.5 inches. So I'll mark out 4.75 here. I'll mark out 4.75 on my back dart. Then I'll make a notch. I'll make a notch on the 4.75 I just marked. I hope it's very visible. The notch is very visible. Okay. I will then fold the notched area into two and mark out the dart. I'll fold the notched area into two and mark out my dart. So I'll measure 3.5. I'll measure 3.5 from the waistline downwards and rule a line, leaving about half an inch on the waistline to meet the 3.5 I came down. Then I will sew to the 3.5 to make my darts. Then you neatly iron the dart so that it will lie down perfectly. I will be marking out the size of my pocket. Remember, I made a dart of 4 3/4. So I'll be marking a welt pocket of 5.5 in width. I made a dart of 4 3/4. So I'll be marking a welt pocket size of 5.5 for my pocket. So I'll measure 3.5 a mark and divide the pocket size of 5.5 by 2. So I'll divide and mark 1 at the other side and mark 1 2 at the other side. So in total I should mark 5.5. I will use my dart line as a middle guideline, a bisector, and rule a straight line. I'll rule a straight line. I will cut a pocket size of 5 inch on fold by 20. Pocket of this is the pocket of the welt. So I'll be cutting 5 inches on fold by 20 inches. I'll be cutting 5 inches on fold by 20 inches. It's on fold. So when you open it up, in total it will be making 10 by 20. 10 by 20. So you cut 10 by 20. But when you cut it on fold, it will give you 5. To give you 5 by 20. And you cut 2 pieces of fabric. You cut 8.5 by 2.5. You cut 8.5 by 2.5. You cut 2. 8.5 by 2.5. You cut 2 of it, and also cut another 2 interface. Cut another 2 stiff. That the same size of the 2 pieces you cut. Then you iron it up. You iron it. You iron the stiff on the 2 smaller pieces. So I'm ironing mine. Do yours as well. Iron yours as well. I'm ironing mine. After then you trim out the excess stiff, but please make sure you don't stiff all the small. You don't stiff on all, like you just leave a small space for your hem. You will hem the rough side, so you have to leave a small portion for us to hem. So the next procedure to partake is to place your pockets downwards and place your trouser on top of the pocket. Please note, make sure you leave about 1 inch from the welt, from the pocket, like the welt pocket where we marked the 5.5 inch. You leave about 1 inch and place your staved smaller pieces on top and secure it with a pin. Secure the other one with a pin as well. Make sure it's very close. It's very close to each other. No space. Closer than close. Okay. The next thing to do is to rule a line. Rule a line. So we will be ruling 0.25 line horizontally on 2 sides. And we will measure the size of our welt pocket. So I'm making a pocket of 5.5. So I'll mark out the size of my pocket, that's 5.5, and I'll check whether the measurement is accurate to the one I marked on the trouser. So I'll check out whether it's accurate. I'm zooming in. I'll check whether it's accurate. Okay, now it's accurate. So I'll be sewing on top of it. I will sew straight quarter and sew the other one to 1/4 inch. After sewing, you divide it into 2. Make sure you don't exceed the thread line. You don't exceed. So I'm marking a guideline. I'll be making a triangle and divide it into 2, and I'll place my scissors and divide it into 2. Okay, now I'm done dividing my pocket. So the next procedure is to turn it backwards and iron it. Turn it backwards and iron it neatly. Then you fold your welt pocket, the shape of the welt pocket downwards. I'm ironing mine. I've ironed it very neatly. So we are going straight to the sewing machine. You stitch on the triangle shape you cut backwards. You stitch to secure it. You open up your trouser and stitch on top of the rough edges. The stitch on both sides. Okay, now this is the final outlook. We are not yet done. The next method is to top stitch on the pockets. This is optional. You can decide not to top stitch, but I'm using the fabric I'm using is a trouser fabric. It's a fabric mostly used for trousers, so it makes a lot of sense when I top stitch. But it's optional. You can decide to stitch, you can decide not to stitch. So I'm stitching my okay. If you decide not to stop stitch on your trouser, then you have to flip the trouser on top of the waistline and stitch under to secure the pockets. You have to pull the trouser upwards towards the waistline and top stitch under to secure it. So then I'm hemming the two piece. I'm hemming the rough side of the down piece. Okay, now you fold the pocket into two. You place the pocket on top of the waist and measure the pocket size, like the space you place your hand in. You measure the size. So I'll be making a length pocket size of 7 inches. So I'll be pulling till I get the 7 inches and I'll make a notch. Then I'll make a notch. I've made a notch. Okay, you fold. And you stitch on top of the waistline and trim out the excess of the pocket. You fold the notched area into two and push it backwards. and you mark out half inch on both sides, and you stitch to make the pocket length half inch. You stitch on top. After, you trim it out, but make sure you leave like 1/4 of an inch.
It speaks coins, the beef lord.
Then you turn the pockets. And top stitch on the pockets all around. Then you top stitch on top. If you don't want to top stitch, you fold your trouser backwards and stitch under, but in this case I'll be top stitching.
It speaks coins, the beef lord.
Okay guys, now the pocket is ready. This is the easiest method to make a Welt pocket. I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video, and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified anytime I drop any tutorial. See you another time.